This may be a little bit of a controversial topic, but it's lived experience. And if you identify as biracial, multiracial, mixed, if you thinking about having a kid with someone that is not of your culture, for example, a white person having a kid with a black person, please make sure that you are equipped for what that's going to take. Let me explain. I say all this because, like I said, lived experience. I grew up with a white family, and my black family was all the way across in a different state. Matter of fact, I'll probably talk about the dad at some point because it's definitely not positive. Besides that, the influence was definitely lacking because the connection, having someone so far apart that I could try to identify with as much as possible, as walking out into this world as being looked at as just black and maybe not mixed because they won't know because I took more black features. That's a whole nother conversation. But let me tell y'all this. It can make it quite difficult when somebody is not being taught, or a kid is not being talked to about race and the things that involve race and the unjust things that they, as a black mixed person, may experience. And if the parent is not educated, if they're not trying to educate, if they're not trying to self-teach to kind of understand when it comes down to conflict, when it comes down to problem solving, when it comes down to lived experiences, they don't know how to relate. They may not know how to relate, most likely. Y'all, this topic is very complex and I'm barely touching the surface right now, but what I can say is, if you have a mixed child, if you are thinking about having a mixed child, in order to try to understand, not even really relate, because there's no relating, there's no relating. It's a different lived experience. But understanding and trying to do your own research, making yourself open when things arise to where you all can figure it out together. Like, having these conversations are very important, which it goes down to communication in every aspect. Relationship that you carry into this world is the key. And I just encourage y'all to get educated. And for me, this is coming up really heavy because I have had many times that I have been at these tables, specifically at the schools, where I've been at these tables trying to point out certain things that seem to be unjust and seem to be because of the color of my baby's skin. It's like I'm literally figuring it out along the way, and then I'll do some research, and then I'll try to self-educate. But as far as that, there's nobody sitting at these tables with me necessarily. I don't have so much of a system or support that is going to ride with me and my kids when we experience these things. And as far as myself, did I experience some of these things? Probably so. And I understand over years, things are talked about even more. Subjects are coming out even more. And this one, I think, definitely should be talked about even more. And the reason why I say it's important to self-educate is because that's it. I know a mom who has adopted some children from Africa, and she's a white woman, and she is very involved, probably more involved than most. She definitely is like top tier. And I'm not saying being top tier. I'm just saying, yeah, if you got to go to the school, yeah, if you got to support your child with their grandchildren to go to the school, how do we need to talk about these things? Because I'm going to say this, and even though it's nice and all and it's thoughtful, but just getting your black kids, grandkids, family member, something that represents blackness, whether that's a gift, a book, a link from YouTube, is not enough. Like,